Well, you know what else makes me happy, Ethan?
A Spurs W, Jude.
But you know what makes me arguably even happier than that?
Dom Barlow having a standard NBA contract for the San Antonio Spurs, Jude.
Yes, we have to
Mm,
talk about it. We have to talk about it.
let's do
Not
it.
just because we just made a video on it that y'all showed love to, where I said I didn't think it was going to happen with the way things had gone.
Mm,
But I am happily wrong, Ethan.
mm,
And the other thing I would like to say about that too is it's like we were sending him back down to the G League like right before that. I felt like just after we made the trade, and I know Marcus Morris was technically still on the roster, but I felt like if we were going to do that, we would have just already done it by that point. Like that's why my faith was waning in it. I wasn't like, oh, we shouldn't do this. It was just like it just kind of seems like they weren't like at this point. And like I said in that video, with him being 20,
mm.
and still maybe having some benefit from being down in the G League. But regardless, Ethan, the Spurs announced that after waiving Marcus Morris, they have converted Dominick Barlow's contract to
Mm.
a full-time contract with the San Antonio Spurs. I'm very sad we didn't get any Barlow minutes tonight, but I still think that is an indication that in these last couple weeks, Ethan, we're definitely going to see some CD Sissoko,
Mm.
Dominick Barlow minutes here at some point. And you saw Julian kind of getting some rest tonight. You might see some things like that where like Zach will randomly have a night off, and we'll give Barlow some minutes, or maybe even like Malachi in the future moving forward. Malachi has a night off, or Shetty has a night off. Now I'm thinking about it,
Mm.
it'd probably be more Shetty. You'll have a random night off and we'll play CD maybe. I'm interested for that, but obviously I think that is that's a great pickup. We've talked about that at nauseum, on this
Mhm.
channel, and to see Dom Barlow come full circle, and make the San Antonio Spurs after we were making 20-minute breakdowns on a G Leaguer,
Mm.
G League two-way guy last year. It's just awesome to see, and I think he adds the depth we need. And like I said, I hope we see some rotation minutes from him. But it's not just that, Ethan, because we also signed RaiQuan Gray to a two-way contract, as
Mm.
well as Jamaree Bouyea. I like that
Booyah.
last name. He's 24. Both of them are 24, and
Mm.
he's been averaging 29 and 11. His
Mm.
last game in the G League, he had 36, 15, and 8. I know it's the G League, but it's like we definitely, I think, upgraded with this little roster cleanup.
Mm.
Also, moment of silence. Mama Didi Kite, no longer a San Antonio Spur.
If I could take my hat off, I would, but I can't because I got headphones on.
Me too.
Rest in peace, my friend.
But what are your thoughts on the little roster cleanup and moving Dom Barlow to a roster spot, Ethan?
I love it. I couldn't be happier for Dom Barlow. If anyone's deserving of that promotion, it is him. I'm happy for you as his what's the surrogate father and biggest
Yes.
fan in probably the NBA. You probably are the biggest Dom Barlow fan outside of his friends and family. So I think it's a good move for us. Obviously, we're high on his potential as far as being a legitimate rotational player down the line. I just hope he can get some meaningful minutes here down the stretch, along with CD Sissoko. And you're technically wrong, Jude. They played together tonight for about 25 seconds. You might have missed that. That's
I
okay.
turned the game off at that point. Yeah, that's
It
on
was an
me.
impactful
I
last 20 seconds. It's okay.
I
I'm
turned the
sure.
game off and missed the Barlow minutes, dude.
He didn't score. He didn't do anything. But I'm
I
sure
mean, but yeah, but still, I missed him. Like just walk on the court. Like
it would have been cool. It would have been cool for you to see. Just go back and rewind it. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Uh,
I have to see it.
But what was I going to say? I think there's probably a game down the stretch here as we wind down to an end where Pop will rest literally everyone,
Right.
and we'll see a lineup with David Duke Jr. and
Who hasn't
Sissoko.
played a game for the
Right?
real team yet?
Exactly. Sissoko, Dom Barlow, Bouyea. We'll just literally bring
And
everybody up.
RaiQuan.
And RaiQuan, yeah, and they'll all play, and we'll get to see exactly what we have in store for us in the future.
As much as that is a lot of fun commentary there from us, that actually is some legitimate
It
Spurs
is.
moves. Like
It
they
is.
made like three roster moves in one night. I was like, I'm getting like a bunch of Shams and Woj notifications, and they're all Spurs.
Mm,
So that was just kind of interesting, especially with it, only being like a month and a half left in the season. But it's very eerily reminiscent to last year. So, like we said, Ethan, you know whoever we pick up with some of these late contracts, they might be around here longer than you think. Now, granted, I think kind of the guys we picked up, I don't know if they'll necessarily be on the Spurs roster, but the 3 two-way contracts we have, you very well could see going into next season all 3 of the same guys. Because really, the most value that you're going to get on two-way contracts is from younger guys, and all these guys are 24 and younger. So
I'm with it. Let's do it.